This is Hannibal back here with a quick breaking update. It has been revealed by PW Insider that Eddie Kingston, who, by the way, there's two matches of Eddie Kingston on this channel that I obtained the rights to air that you could watch in the description of this video. One is against Jacob Fatu, who just signed with WWE. That's a pretty good match. Anyways, the same night where AEW had double the crowd in Vancouver, Canada, Eddie Kingston was wrestling on a show, half the crowd for a different company, and suffered a tibial fracture and torn ACL, as well as torn meniscus and broken leg at a New Japan show, which begs the question, why do you allow your wrestlers to wrestle for other companies on smaller shows than your own when now he's going to be out indefinitely? He's a tough guy. I'm sure he's gonna be back. Leg injuries suck. I've been getting over a serious one. It happened quite a while ago. I wish him the best. I've met him in California. A very nice guy who told me he watches at least watched the channel at that point. Now he's a big star. So he's probably really busy. Other news, the Von Erichs have reportedly signed with a major company, which means WWE or AEW. Because AEW has a residency in this 2,000-seat arena just outside of Dallas in Arlington, Texas, coming up for 6 or 7 shows, and who knows, it might be more than that coming up this summer. I could see them adding Ross and Marshall to their roster, the Von Erich kids, who I like a lot, and I think they're very talented. WWE would probably use them better. They'd probably become bigger stars in WWE, but they are probably offered a lot of money by AEW, and they live in Texas. So if I was a betting man, which I'm not, I would say they're going to AEW, and that's going to be how they're going to actually get crowds out to this residency in Texas, where they're going to be doing multiple Collision and Ring of Honor tapings, which people are saying it's a downsize because they're going from traveling around in 20,000-seat arenas where a lot of the times they're barely getting 2,000 in there, sometimes lower than that, to a residency in a small arena where they're not having to travel. Who knows? They might be able to leave the stuff set up or leave it in storage somewhere nearby. So it would be cheaper. Another another cheapest thing would be to cut a bunch of the guys that aren't being used and let them either go free or earn the right to be used by making themselves popular, which is something you used to have to do to get signed. Now being popular doesn't even matter. I was just talking to Jack Kilby tonight. There's a guy that I won't name because I don't disrespect him or anything, and I don't want to call it out, but one of the lowest viewed videos on this channel is a video of an interview done within the last 6 months by John Paz on a wrestler that's been signed to AEW. It has like 241 views. One of the lowest viewed, if not the lowest on the channel, is like, how does this guy have an AEW contract? It's crazy. But the Von Erichs, I would sign them if I was running a big wrestling company. I would have signed them a long time ago and had them going since the Von Erich movie was in theaters, which AEW I think used them on one-offs on Ring of Honor, which nobody watches, and I believe like another one of their secondary shows. So good luck to them. And yeah, I just find it bizarre. I mean, Tony Khan lost apparently 34 million for AEW last year, billionaire's son. But why would you let like your wrestlers wrestle for a different company where they're risking getting hurt when you actually have a good crowd in Vancouver? Somebody actually commented on it on the, and I'll even pull it up. as I keep yammering here. By the way, for the people that say, "Well, what right do you have to make fun of Tony Khan?" Well, I'm in the wrestling business, and my company didn't lose 34 million last year. It actually made a profit. So I actually know how to make a profit in wrestling and operate companies off of cash flow. If I had billions of dollars to throw into a company, I would do miracles, but okay, I'm actually going to copy this message and post it so people don't think I'm making this up. But well, this they had one of their biggest shows of the year. I'm pretty sure the biggest collision attendance of the year. They advertised John Moxley for it locally, and he was on the posters on the websites the day of the events on AEW and the arena's websites the day of the event. Yet he was booked for this New Japan show. And also, here, let me put this up. This is from a fan in Vancouver that attended this show. They ain't gonna get 6,000 fans the next time. Here's a fan from the channel. I went to the AEW show in Vancouver. It sucks. They false advertise Jericho, Moxley, and Christian. No Young Bucks. Lots of fans weren't happy about this. When SmackDown was in Vancouver in January, Roman Reigns even showed up. AEW's top stars dropped the ball in Vancouver. Well, the Young Bucks weren't in Vancouver because they were too busy on this New Japan show.